call me Mystic Mike because I predict these things.
Punahele Soriano takes on Nikolay Veretennikov this Saturday at UFC 320. And Punahele Soriano, he's had kind of a resurgence in his career ever since he dropped down to welterweight. He's 32, 5'11", with a 72.5-inch reach and 11-4 in his career. He's kind of a brawler type of guy, has a lot of heat, a lot of power in his punches, good wrestling. Like I said, looked great since he dropped down to 170 on a 2-fight winning streak, was a collegiate wrestler before he transitioned to MMA, and has a lot of really good experience, a lot of finishing ability. Was kind of getting bullied, I would say. I think he was undersized at 185. But he has a lot of experience up there fighting a lot of really good guys. Taking on Nikolay Veretennikov, who's also very big. He's I think he's like one of the bigger guys at 170 pounds. He's 6'1", has a 74-inch reach, thick muscle dude. It was funny seeing the drastic difference, just the disparity in size between Veretennikov and Francisco Prado in his last fight. But he throws hard as well. He's got power when he does throw. Sometimes he doesn't really open up as much as I like, but has good kicks, front kicks, side kicks, kind of looping punches at times, and kind of clunky, but overall decent on the feet. His Achilles heel really is his takedown defense and his grappling. He's at 62% takedown defense since he joined the UFC. And I think that's going to be the bigger deciding factor in this one. I think Punahele Soriano gets this one done. I think he's just going to be the better grappler. I think that he throws more volume when he is on the feet, throws with a little bit more bad intentions, looking to get his opponent out of there, looking to land damage, and just has more tools to win. He's much more dangerous everywhere. Has the KO ability on the feet. Nikolay Veretennikov does have KOs in the past, but hasn't really shown that ability in the UFC. Lost to Danny Barlow by split decision in a very boring fight. Austin Vanderford was able to take him down easily and ground and pound him. Won a split decision over Francisco Prado that was very close against a guy that should be fighting at 155 pounds. So Punahele Soriano, I think he's just better everywhere. I think he's the better striker, better wrestler. I think he's tougher. I think he's got more finishing ability. And I think the biggest thing here is he's going to be able to get respect on the feet, but he's also going to be able to get takedowns in this one. Like I said, he was kind of undersized at middleweight, but now that he's at 170, fighting guys his size, he's really able to kind of leverage his wrestling ability, and his power has also transitioned down to 170. I don't think he's really lost anything in the transition down, and I think it's a really good move for him, fighting guys that are a little bit more his size. He can really take advantage of his strength and his wrestling. And like I said, it's not like he's losing any power by going down. So Veretennikov, sometimes hesitant to throw, doesn't always put a lot of volume out there. Can be taken down and controlled. We've seen that several times in his fights. And Punahele, a very good grappler. Veretennikov was taken down very easily by Vanderford, then TKO'd. Punahele, ever since he dropped down to welterweight, he was able to get like 4 takedowns on Miguel Baeza and just kind of beat him up the entire fight. Veretennikov was taken down 3 times by Francisco Prado, who's a much smaller guy, barely squeaked by him. So, Punahele has more momentum, riding two-fight winning streak right now. I think he's really found his groove at welterweight. He's in his prime, has more ways to win, and Veretennikov just too unreliable. The guy's just too hit or miss. I catch myself kind of like wondering what he's doing and why he's not really pulling the trigger, or why he's making such low IQ moves in his fight. So I'm going to go with Punahele to get this one done. I think he's going to be able to use his wrestling to get this fight to the ground and eventually get a TKO due to ground and pound. Thanks.